even if it seems like the most important question, or even if it seems like the most important thought to be thinking right now, in order to make sure that you're okay, or make sure that you will be okay in the future, or if things will turn out in this way, or if this outcome can be secured, no matter how important it seems, see if you can just drop it. Absolutely let go of caring about it at all. Maybe something feels unable to do this, saying like, I don't know how to, or I can't do this later, or I'm not sure exactly what is being asked of me to do. Even this thought, this idea, see if you can just absolutely stop caring about it. Just become empty of it. Just drop it. Let it go. What I found to be the most effective thing in the spiritual path are two things, and they're quite related actually. One is giving up the interest we have in our mind, in our own doubts, questions, objections, beliefs, interpretations, projections. So the first is being willing, at least in the moments of practice, to stop caring about the content of your mind completely, giving it no importance, giving it no value. And then the second thing I would say that I found to be the most helpful, most effective, is letting things be as they are right now, not minding whatever is happening, whether it's circumstantially or on a mental level. Whatever thought, whatever feeling, whatever mental state, whether it be confusion or fear, letting be what is and just being, for that is your only job. So these two things combined are very powerful. They seem very simple and they seem like, oh, I was expecting something better, Sunny. But they when actually surrendered into, when followed, when pursued, you see the magnitude of them. Without the first, you can't really practice the second, right? Without the first, which is losing interest in the mind, losing value for the mind, you can't really practice the second, which is letting things be as they are and not minding what happens, because it is your own judgments and your dialogue which keeps you very invested in trying to control and change and manipulate. So, what we will work on today in today's guidance is the first, because as you learn the first, the second becomes quite natural and almost effortless, a natural byproduct of practicing the first. So you can scan the dialogue of your mind right now. Watch it talking about something. And see if you have the capacity to just drop it, to just let it go. It arises again with a concern or a question, and you acknowledge this and see if you can just drop it. Letting it go like it has absolutely no significance, no value, no usefulness. Even if it seems like the most important question, or even if it seems like the most important thought to be thinking right now, in order to make sure that you're okay, or make sure that you will be okay in the future, or if things will turn out in this way, or if this outcome can be secured, no matter how important it seems, see if you can just drop it. Absolutely let go of caring about it at all. Maybe something feels unable to do this, saying like, I don't know how to, or I can't do this later, or I'm not sure exactly what is being asked of me to do. Even this thought, this idea, see if you can just absolutely stop caring about it. Just become empty of it. Just drop it. Let it go. Almost like you just stop giving it attention. There's no technique to let go of a thought. You just let it go. It has no value for you, it has no significance for you. Here and now, it means nothing. It has no need. You don't care about it at all. You just let it go, let it be. You may feel some initial resistance towards this, but if you follow this practice, not only during your sit down practice, but also during the day, you'll find that this will become one of your most important tools in your spiritual practice. And you can acknowledge, even if there is resistance towards this, that which feels resistance towards this is the mind itself. Drop it, let it go. Have no care for even that concern, which seems so real and seems so yours. It just let it go. It has no value. It's not going to help you. It has no significance. By holding on to it, you're not protecting anything. Here and now in this meditation, don't be lazy. Work hard. Like stick with the pointer. You're not just here to hear words, you're here to work. See through the pointer. So if there's any dialogue resisting against this or interpreting the very pointer, just drop it. Let it go. Have zero care for it. Give it no value. The moment you lose interest in the mind, you're free. The moment you give up care for what it's saying, you're free. It just goes. You just drop it. You let it go. If it keeps arising, saying something always with great momentum, if it continues to happen while you're practicing this, that's not a problem. But you have to be firm in your not caring. You just don't care about what it says. You have no interest, not an ounce of attention you're giving to it. Just letting it go. Because you see this constant dialogue, this interpreting, describing, questioning, doubting, talking. This is what keeps us focused in unreality, in appearances. No matter how important these questions seem, no matter how important these doubts and concerns and objections and resistances and fears seem, they have no value. In this moment, be willing to just let it go. Have no interest. And you start to see that all these things that arise in the mind, these fears, these concerns, they are not me or mine. And they do not actually help me. There's an assumption that holding on to these questions or doubts or objections and resistances and fears, I am moving forward. I am keeping my world intact. I am going deeper into the spiritual process by trying to understand and question and doubt. All of this is false. As I shared earlier, one of your greatest tools on this practice is actually what we're discussing today. Just seeing whatever is arising in mind right now, even if it is a great concern, and letting it go like it is not you or yours. And again, right now, we must not be lazy. We're not here to relax. We're here to see through the pointer, confirm it in our experience, see if this is the case. That will be the difference between this just being another meditation for you or you seeing something clearly, which sticks, which becomes a great tool at your disposal. So see if you can look at whatever is arising in the mind right now, whatever question, whatever description, concern, and just drop it. Let it go. Have no care. If something is afraid of this, some fear is arising, care not even for that. Let it go. Let it be. Fall into the unknown. Fall into trust. You're not keeping your world together through the mind. You're not advancing spiritually through the mind. Let go of this assumption. See clearly, here and now. Whatever dialogue is arising, let it go. Have no interest, no care, no attention for it. Even when you drop it and something arises and says, okay, what now? But where did it get me? You see, this is simply another concern, another description. Let it go. Care not for anything that talks, anything that appears. Just be awake, alert, aware. Little by little, you'll see this momentum just starts to die out. And your belief in your thoughts as you and yours will also start to fade away. You're taking all the juice out of the ego, out of the personal identity, the self image. This is the way, it's one of the quickest ways. Just lose interest in your mental dialogue. Let it go, drop it. You'll lose nothing other than the false self parading around like it is the only self. You have to be courageous, but the courage will be rewarded. Again, right now, be alert. Don't be lazy with this. See whatever's arising in the mind, just continue letting it go. No interest, no attention. This mental dialogue, this concerning, this describing, is like the blanket over the beingness. When you start to drop it like this, just letting it go, having no interest, no care to uphold, maintain, knowledge becomes awake to itself. Your true position starts to reveal itself. I am becomes pronounced. It announces itself, makes itself clearly visible. When you let go of caring about these thoughts, giving interest to these thoughts, which are always trying to take you in a direction, in the realm of appearance, in the realm of experience, when you just drop it, you find yourself already in the directionless direction. I am. And you begin to sink deeply and deeply and deeply into the unknown. Your very own self, your very own nature, prior to appearance. But you have to be courageous enough to take the plunge by losing interest in all that you know. Mainly your mental dialogue. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope that it helped you and brought you great clarity. I'm running a free class right now that will help you go so much deeper into the practice of this teaching, and it will help you get all of your answers from meditation, from inner wisdom and insight. If you'd like to watch that, I highly recommend it. It's up there right now, free for a limited time. You can watch it. I'll link it in the description box below. It's called Awaken to Your Formless Self. So go ahead and watch that if it interests you. Along with that, if this entire practice is something that you need my consistent help with, if you want to be surrounded by a very intimate and powerful group, a community where you can feel supported and stay consistent with your practice and bring depth to your understanding and perception, ultimately dissolving mind identification and awakening to your formless self, then learn more about my School of Awakening. It will absolutely transform your spiritual practice and understanding. I'm very excited to share it with you. I'll link it down below as well. If it is something that piques your interest, read up on it, look at the entire page after you click on the link, and then you could apply at the bottom of that particular web page. But that's all for me for today. I'll see you next time.